Before you get mad, before you comment, before you dislike, let me cook, let me land. You didn't even let me get in the kitchen or on the airplane yet. Please like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell of dawn so the ghost of the 13-month series doesn't get you and you can stay notified. I'm not exactly sure what I've titled this video yet. Are irregulars overrated? The Great Warriors, family heads, some facsimile of that. But I am not asserting that this is the truth. I am asking if we have seen enough and gotten enough information and tidbits, even if that is through blog posts, to maybe just press X to doubt just a little bit. That is all I'm trying to assert here. Not that they're actually frauds or weak and absolutely can't do anything, but based on the perception that they've gotten from the beginning of the story until we saw them in action, does it hold up? Let's talk about it. I think Traumerei versus Gustang overall showcase of abilities, combat, prowess, and things of that nature was underwhelming based on my own expectations. You are totally allowed to be like, SIU does not need to meet your personal expectations. So if you thought they can blink and blow up half of North America, that's your goddamn fault. And that's totally fair. I'm not arguing against that. You got a point. However, even with the introduction of Traumerei and people saying they have to avert their eyes or they'll like die or go blind or whatever the case may be, it just doesn't seem like they're as omniscient, as omnipotent as the story may have made them seem. And that could be on purpose. Maybe through legend and time and being at the top of the food chain for so long, they've been able to pass down these myths and legends and things associated with their strength that may not always be true. Perception versus reality is something that I always find to be very interesting when you talk about kind of the top tiers in the verse in various series. Think like Naruto learning how Hashirama was like the god of shinobi and how powerful he was. Or even think about characters like Roger Whitebeard and then you see them in action. Like, does all the hype they get from all of their aura, as you kids like to say, does it live up when you see it on paper? Now, I still think when it comes to someone like Enryu, Mizuno, and Zahard, absolutely legendary. I don't think they're going to disappoint, and I'd argue what I've already seen from Urek doesn't disappoint from a pure strength standpoint, like his power and what he can do. And he hasn't been close to being pushed to his absolute limit. But with Gustang and Traumerei, I'm like, maybe there's more to be desired there. Though I did get some tidbits of cool hacks abilities like Disconnect and Blossom's Flame. So it remains to be seen if anyone else of the family heads have these levels of abilities that are super cool. But the only reason I really wanted to bring it up is because the more that I'm speaking to the community and other people, and even some of the content creators that you guys watch and listen to other than me, there's a lot of disappointment. There's a lot of, oh man, based on kind of like the perception and the way they were being built up, I don't think that that fight really hit the way it should have hit or caused the amount of destructive scale that it should have caused. And I obviously agree with that. You guys have heard my opinion on this fight multiple times at this point. However, if the family heads are actually generally a little bit weaker and are at the pinnacle of the tower and there's many things on the climb post the Zahard Empire, 134th floor, that actually are stronger than them, could kill them, could seal them, could beat them, could jail them, capture them, I actually would argue that injects a lot of intrigue into the story. Maybe gives Bam an even higher tier to reach than just like family head, great warrior level. And I think that if it's handled properly and you peel back the layers of the truth to show what is truly underneath the mask, to see what these guys truly are about, maybe how they got their power or how maybe they're just clinging to what they do have and they're not as strong as they may seem to be, just based off of the rumors, I actually think you can work with that and make something interesting happen. And maybe a little bit of a team up with some of the family heads that are around, the Great Warriors or regulars, with Bam in the front leading, and then they can take on the rest of the tower to get to the top in order to receive their wish or whatever is really at the top of the tower. Maybe Hadon is secretly stronger than all these characters. We all know to some degree the administrators, with the exception of Enryu, are unkillable, but Enryu was able to do it. So maybe it's a case by case scenario. Every family head is truly different, has a different skill set, power set, combat prowess, and different abilities that will shine in different scenarios. It could be a case by case scenario. So do not take me making this video as me saying they're trash, they suck, they're weak, I don't like them, they're all gonna be mid. Because I already don't agree that they're all mid. I already think what we got with Enryu was insane, and what I've seen with Mizuno was crazy. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna ramble any longer than I need to, but think about it. What if they are the strongest characters from floor 1 to 130 floor, and it's simply that? That's all it is. And maybe the power gap between the second strongest in the family that's born in the tower and the family head is like the first commander right hand gap on a pirate ship or a Yonko crew in the Yonko. Maybe the gap is still big, but maybe they are simply not the gods the story initially made them out to be. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna be out. Y'all be safe. Shout out to the Patreon gang. Shout out to the CBLs. That is the certified BAM lovers. But could the next tier, the Priests of Fire, be the real CBLs? That's brilliant gang till I die. And a huge, humongous shout out to the tier 3s, the 5th Sen Gods. Shout out to Johnny Rogers, Catan, Lucky Roo, Muzaka, Revenant, Scobe, Simi, Wolf General, Zyler Scotty, Big Abdel, Agrona Vitera, Childish Nujabis, Gray, and Huey. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you.